As a daughter of God, why do I still feel scared?
I said it's written, I said I would not change my stand. All under no circumstance. 22 years of left for I would learn to stand.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kimberly P. Welcome back to my channel, KPsparks. And y'all, I was supposed to make this video a long time ago, and I have just been pushing it back and back and back, but I'm finally back with another video. And today we are going to talk about fear and anxiety. Yeah, that's the topic, you guys. We are going to dive into fear and anxiety. Around this time of August, we had an event called Catalyst at my church, Destiny Harvest Church. But we had a Catalyst event, and Catalyst is basically a time for extended worship and just spending more time with God at church. So we had it, and from that Catalyst, I came to the conclusion that during that time in my life, I was suffering from extreme fear and extreme anxiety. And you know, as Christians, you know, we walk with God. God is always with us, cool, right? But son, I go through times where I am so anxious, where I am so fearful, and it's not even like fearful as in, how can I say it? It's fearful for stuff that's just small, like that I've already done, that I'm still feeling scared about it, or anxious for things that I'm not in control of, things that are kind of haywire in my life, just anxious about me doing stuff to fix it. For example, me making this video, I've made YouTube videos. I've had my channel for, it was a year, it hit a year in September. It's been a while since I've been making YouTube videos. And for me to even sit down and record a video about my fear and anxiety, I was even scared to talk about it in front of the camera because it makes me vulnerable. You know, that's just a tidbit of how I felt about myself. I was scared to talk about fear and anxiety, and that's selfish. You know, this isn't about me, and I'm sharing it, you know, not only to be transparent, but to encourage anyone or speak to somebody and let them know they're not alone. I do go through stuff that makes me anxious, that makes me fearful, but we're going to talk about it right here, and we're going to change our perspective towards it. My perspective has been changed, and we're going to do that during this video. I don't know if you can tell by how I'm acting, but it's just one thing that really irritates me, because I know that I have power inside of me. I know that I am a daughter of God. I know that all things are going to work together for me, but I still go through phases where I feel like I'm not enough, where I'm scared. And we serve someone that has already overcame death, so who are we to question how our future is going to be? You know, why are we so scared, y'all? But tracing back to where my fear and anxiety started, it definitely started when my dad passed away. Definitely that's where it started. I definitely was the type of person, why do I keep saying definitely over and over again? Gosh. I was really the type of person to think that nothing bad will happen to me. You know, when you are in life and you haven't lost someone close to you before, so you never fathom, you never think of that person not being there. That was me. I was a 15-year-old living life like nothing bad will ever happen to me. And the way that I found out my dad passed away, it really shifted things in my head. I'm not gonna lie, it shifted some bolts in my head. It made me so scared about life and people around me, if they would stay in my life. So basically, the way that I found out, I said this as well in my What's Your Testimony video. I was at school, and before I went to school that day, I saw my dad at home, and I said bye to him that morning. So mind you, I saw him that morning. I went to school. They called me on the announcements, and someone picks me up and lets me know that my dad has passed away. That kind of fear was planted in me from then. I was just very scared about what would happen to the rest of my family members, what's going to happen when this happens, when that happens. And in between that, a little bit before and a little bit after, there was just a matter of times where I would be home in my room and it would be like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. and phone calls from back home in Sierra Leone would come in, and like they would come in, and it used to be terrible, you guys. Like, it used to be terrible. I literally, I'm the only younger sibling home, so I literally would be home and they would call from back home, and I don't like crying in front of the camera. They would call from back home, and when they would call, it would be just one person after another person passing away, and it was like about up to, I would have to say 7 or 8 people that passed away in my family that my mom and my grandmother knew. I didn't necessarily know everybody, but they grew up with them. And just to be around my mom screaming, my grandmother screaming, and in addition to that, not too far away from that, my dad passing away, it just made me so anxious. It really made me so anxious. It really made me so scared. It really made me want to walk on my toes when I did things. It really like, that was really the birth of my anxiety. And it was just really hard, you guys. It was really, really hard. And I can even remember one time where I knew there was a problem in high school. It was during my 12th grade year. After everything has happened in my family, my mom kind of was more anxious too as well. Like, okay, I gotta keep calling home and make sure you guys are okay, doing this, doing that, doing this. And one time my grandmother had went out with my aunt, and we didn't know, nobody knew. So people were hitting up my phone when I was at school. Like, my brothers were hitting up my phone, check on grandma. My aunt was hitting up my phone, check on grandma. You know, I was just like nothing was even said that my grandmother was not in a good place. It was just like she didn't pick up the phone. By me hearing that, I lost it. I lost it in class. I lost it. My friend Stephanie and my friend Jennifer, they're like sisters to me. I lost it in her car. Like, I literally lost it. Like, I was crying like somebody cut off my leg, and nobody even said anything about her passing away or anything like that. Nothing was even wrong with her when I got home. So that's kind of like the level of how anxious I was, and it's only to the glory of God that I'm not like that anymore. Although some of those anxious traits, anxiety traits, they still come back. Now I have the peace of God, and I know that God is my protector. God is my shield. God is the shield over my family. God is the shield and protector over my friends. And I don't have that power to protect them. It's only God. The power that I need. That's all the protection that I need. He has his angels surrounding us. I keep telling myself that stuff, and that's really what has helped me shift my mind. What about like fear of doing stuff that's just, you know, small, like stuff that you already used to, bro? Like, this is me. Like, what you mean, bruh? About the fear of talking in front of people, the fear of and just anything really. I remember one time I was playing a heads up game with my friends at a party, and I don't know what kind of, like, the devil really be like, he's just really annoying, and I was scared to go up and play. I was just like, why the heck am I scared to go and play heads up? And as soon as I felt that, I was like, no, let me go. Just stupid stuff like that. The thing about those areas of fear is, like, you'll think about it after the fact, and you're like, what? Why? Like, did I really need to be scared about that? Like, Pearl, like, why am I scared? Like, Pearl, like, why? Like, why? Okay, so anxiety and fear. How do you deal with it? Here's the hint. We serve somebody. As Christians, we serve someone, a savior that already overcame death. So we really need to lean into him, to really draw closer to him, to become more like him, to walk out in that boldness and that confidence, to know that we're okay. And a few things that I do in order to overcome my anxiety, to overcome my fear. Although it does creep back, let me be honest with you, it does creep back sometimes. I pray. The first thing I do is I pray. And as soon as I feel like I'm being anxious, as soon as I feel like I'm ready to do. I need to do 5,000 things. I need to grab this, and you do this, and you do that, and we're gonna get this. As soon as I feel like I'm getting anxious, I take a step back and I pray. Pray. It's so as simple as that. You don't even have to use fancy words. You don't have to do any of that. It's a simple conversation with God. Pray anytime you feel anxious or fearful. Next thing I would say to do is to do it scared. There was a background on my phone. It's on my old phone, so I don't have it anymore. It says feel the fear and do it anyways. Anytime where I feel like I'm scared to do something, that's when I jump right into it. Like when I know that nothing's gonna happen to me, I know that there's no bad thing that will happen to me by me doing this, and it has good morals and it goes by my faith and things like that. I do it anyways. Like I jump right into it. For example, talking in front of people. Anytime the devil wants to say, you want to stutter? No, let's talk about you guys. You're gonna stutter. You're gonna trip over your words. Are people even gonna understand what you're saying, Kim? You're gonna talk too fast. The devil really, he's a father of lies. He loves to put lies like that in your head. As soon as I do that, in order for me to mute out those thoughts, I do it scared. When I feel like I'm scared to talk in front of people, I do it scared. You guys, I'm not a talker. I'm not a speaker. Like, just trust and believe that. That's not me. I never see myself doing that. There's times where I'm sitting down and I make a video and I'm just like, are people even going to understand what I'm saying? I be scared, bruh. I get fearful. But I do it scared, and I sit my butt down and I say, Kim, you know those lies are coming from someone that's not of God, something that's not of God. John Gray, I was watching a sermon called Orange Revival. He said something like, the devil wants to talk to you eye to eye. You've already elevated him. If the devil wants to talk to you, you need to write a note on the bottom of your foot, because that's where he's at. So by you doing it scared, by you blocking out those thoughts, you're smashing him on the bottom of your foot. So you need to do it scared. Whatever God is telling you to do, walk out in that fear and push through it and do it. I promise you, you will not regret it. Another thing I would say that really helps to get over fear and anxiety is to do something out of your comfort zone. I remember I was telling one of my friends to take an improv class. I'm really like random, whatever, like that's how my personality is. But she's the type of person that kind of gets nervous, you know, during public settings when she has to present something, blah 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 blah. And I told her to take an improv class. Just do something out of your comfort zone. Because I was even in class, I attended an improv class with my friend Jennifer, and she was just like, yeah, you would like this. And I was in the class, and someone actually that was nervous and shy took the class, and it was just a great icebreaker. Do something out of your comfort zone. And I was also thinking about recording this video. I thought about how I went to King's Dominion. It was about 2 weeks ago, and I don't really like roller coasters. Are okay. They're not really, oh my gosh, so fun to me, but I can get on scary roller coasters, but I'm not getting on no drop zone. Like, I just feel like those things aren't necessary. I just feel like why would I go up, down? Like, no. Anyways, I get on roller coasters, but I close my eyes. So anytime the wind is coming, I'm like, woo! My eyes, everything will open, but my eyes, like I close my eyes because I don't want to face, you know, what's in front of me. I don't want to face it. I close my eyes, and one thing Jennifer told me, she was like, no, open your eyes. It's way better when you open your eyes. It's way better when you see everything that's going on, you know. And as I thought about that, it's kind of like how it is with fear. You know, sometimes we don't want to do things. We don't want to walk out and do things because we're scared, because we don't want to face it. But when I went on those roller coasters and I actually opened my eyes and I saw what happened, I was like, okay, I know where I'm at. I know, you know, what's going on around me. I get it. Cool. It's thrilling in that case. I don't know what's going to happen next, you know, around me, but I know that it's going to come to an end. I know that I'm going to reach that landing place, that platform where it's over. You know, that's kind of how we have to face fear. We have to face fear and open our eyes and see what's happening around us, but face it with boldness and confidence, you know, that's placed inside of us. The same power that rose Jesus Christ from the dead lives inside of us. The Word of God even tells us that we do not even have the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So speak that over yourself when you're praying, because I do. Also in Ephesians 6:10-18, it talks about how for us to be prepared, for we will face things in life that we cannot handle, literally, but God has given us weapons in order to just stand firm from anything the devil can throw at us. So meditate on things like that. You know, think about what God says about you. Anytime you feel fearful, anytime you feel anxious, meditate on things like that. As you can tell, I'm kind of jumpy, I'm kind of hyper in this video because I kind of feel like weights, or even like just things that I've been keeping on in my mind have just been released, like, and I feel so much better. I am actually done rapping. I talked really fast in this video, but I don't even care. I just need to release a lot of things. That's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, you can find me on social media, KPsparks_ on Instagram and Twitter. So follow me on those platforms. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna see you guys later, and that's it. Peace and blessings. Bye.